I don't want to scratch on the floor, just push it back a little bit. How much more? Is that okay? Do you want me to visit the Haveli and collect the stand for you? I can get it.
No cushion.
Oh, okay, Prabhuji. If you can, that would be great.
I'll just do it.
Thank you. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everyone. We are going to have Bhagavad-gita class now. So, we'll have a class till 7 o'clock. So, I'll start with, we already had bhajans are done. So, I'll start with Mangalacharan prayers. They are prayers to our Guru Parampara, seeking their blessings before I say something for my purification on the Bhagavad Gita verse today. If any of you have Veda base and want to look up, the verse is chapter 4 and verse 12, Transcendental Knowledge 4.12. So we'll start with the prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपदान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातं अहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्। Okay, chapter 4, Transcendental Knowledge, and I'll recite the words. काङ्क्षन्तः कर्मणां सिद्धिं यजन्त इह देवताः क्षिप्रं हि मानुषे लोके सिद्धिर्भवति कर्मजा। काङ्क्षन्तः. Would you like to repeat after me word by word? Kangshantaha. Desiring. Karmanam. Of fruitive activities. Siddhim. Perfection. Yajante. They worship by sacrifices. Iha. In the material world. Devata, the demigods. Shipram, very quickly. He, certainly. Manushe, in human society. Loke, within this world. Siddhi, success. Bhavati, comes. Karmaja, from fruity work. Okay. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jai. Men in this world desire success in fruitive activities, and therefore they worship the demigods. Quickly, of course, men get results from fruitive work in this world. So there is a purport from Prabhupada. I will read the purport, then we will discuss the verse. There is a great misconception about the gods or demigods of this material world. And men of less intelligence, although passing as great scholars, take these demigods to be various forms of the Supreme Lord. Actually, the demigods are not different forms of God, but they are God's different parts and parcels. God is one, and the parts and parcels are many. The Vedas say Nityo Nityanam. God is one. Ishvara Parama Krishna. The Supreme God is one, Krishna. And the demigods are delegated with powers to manage this material world. These demigods are all living entities, Nityanam, with different grades of material power. They cannot be equal to the Supreme God, Narayan, Vishnu, or Krishna. Anyone who thinks that God and the demigods are on the same level is called an atheist or Pashandi. Even the great demigods like Brahma and Shiva cannot be compared to the Supreme Lord. In fact, the Lord is worshipped by demigods such as Brahma and Shiva. Shiva Virinchi Nutam. Yet, curiously enough, there are many human leaders who are worshipped by foolish men under the misunderstanding of anthropomorphism or zoomorphism. Iha Devata denotes a powerful man or demigod of this material world. But Narayan, Vishnu or Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, does not belong to this world. He is above or transcendental to material creation. Even Sripad Shankaracharya, the leader of the impersonalists, maintains that Narayan or Krishna is beyond this material creation. However, foolish people, Ritagnana, worship the demigods because they want immediate results. They get the results, but do not know that results so obtained are temporary and are meant for less intelligent persons. The intelligent person is in Krishna consciousness and he has no need to worship the paltry demigods for some immediate temporary benefit. The demigods of this material world as well as their worshippers will vanish with the annihilation of this material world. The boons of the demigods are material and temporary. Both the material worlds and their inhabitants, including the demigods and their worshippers, are bubbles in the cosmic ocean. In this world, however, human society is mad after temporary things such as the material opulence of possessing land, family, and enjoyable paraphernalia. To achieve such temporary things, people worship the demigods or powerful men in human society. If a man gets some ministership in the government by worshipping a political leader, he considers that he has achieved a great boon. All of them are therefore no-towing to the so-called leaders or big guns in order to achieve temporary boons, and they indeed achieve such things. Such foolish men are not interested in Krishna consciousness for the permanent solution to the hardships of material existence. They are all after sense enjoyment, and to get a little facility for sense enjoyment, they are attracted to worshipping empowered living entities known as demigods. This verse indicates that people are rarely interested in Krishna consciousness. They are mostly interested in material enjoyment and therefore they worship some powerful living entity. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, so this chapter is entitled The Transcendental Knowledge. Now, in this chapter, first 10 verses, Krishna explained the parampara of this knowledge and divinity of his own appearance. Krishna has explained before this verse that how to know him, what is the purpose or goal of life, and what is the purpose, why does he descend on this earth. Krishna is supreme creator and he is culmination of all paths. So anyone, let's discuss, there are so many of you here today. Today is auspicious occasion, Radhashtami, Srimati Radharani's appearance day, and I'm extremely grateful to be able to say a few words for my own purification. I completely feel I'm not qualified at all, but I'm grateful that I'm here to speak something. So today, it will be nice to discuss because there are so many of you. Sometimes when I give evening class here, there are very few devotees or newcomers, but it's very encouraging to see so many of you here today because it's festival. So I'm sure all of you are very, very intelligent and you can help me discuss. What is the reason? Why do you think that Krishna appeared 5,000 years ago in Vrindavan? We all know, right, that Krishna appeared in Vrindavan Dham 5,000 years ago. So what is the reason? Why would he come here, leaving his beautiful spiritual world? Anyone? What is the reason he comes to Earth planet? We are on Earth planet. Yes, Mataji? You want to say something? Prabhu, anyone here? Yeah, Mataji. Yes, to teach us. Yeah, of course. Yeah, right, to teach us. He has given so many instructions in Bhagavad-gita. There is everything in Bhagavad-gita, actually. How to eat, how much to eat, and how to procreate, how to, become fresh by going to places, how to speak, right? How to speak, what to eat, how to behave, who to associate with. Everything, the instructions are there in Bhagavad Gita, and this is a timeless scripture. See, nowadays, some people, they open computer in the morning to read newspaper. But earlier in India, I remember that we used to get the proper, the paper, stationery newspaper. And then later on, my mother would collect them in a pile and somebody will come to collect these newspapers and they'll give like few rupees. And maybe you bought that for, I don't know now, maybe 50 rupees, but for so many 1 month old papers, you will get 50 rupees back. There is no value. I mean, you need updated information all the time, but that's not the case for Bhagavad Gita. This is timeless, and it is all the instructions are there, and it can be applied to our own life. How Arjuna was so bewildered in the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, but at the end he tells Krishna that Nashto Moha Smriti Labdha. All my doubts are gone, Krishna. I'm totally clear. I've got a complete clarity that what I need to do. Same with us in life. We just need to open it and read it. So what I'm trying to say is that Krishna appeared on earthly planet because there is a verse in Bhagavad Gita, as Mataji said, to teach us also, yeah. So there are 3 reasons. Paritranaya sadhunam, vinashaya cha dushkritam, dharma samstapnarthaya, sambhavami yuge yuge. I come again and again, and I take birth here again for 3 things. Paritranaya sadhunam, those who are my devotees, those who are good people, I want to take them back to my world, spiritual world. And dushkritam, those who are miscreants, I need to annihilate them because they are spreading irreligion. Right? These 2 things, and dharma samstapnarthaya. Dharma is written in his scriptures. So he spoke Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna for our benefit. So we get the instructions, right? Arjuna is a pure devotee. He doesn't need this knowledge, but he becomes an instrument in Krishna's hand. So we get the knowledge. He comes into bewilderment, and then we get the knowledge. So this is the reason why Krishna appears. Now what happens is that once we are in this material world, we are bound by modes because we have this material body. Right? We have all the senses. And there is a spirit soul within us. Now what happens is in the spiritual world, there is no material body. There is complete spirit only. They are completely spiritual. So they are not affected by modes. You must have heard 3 modes of material nature. Anyone? Yeah? Anyone? Yes, Mataji. Yes. Excellent, yeah. Goodness, passion, and ignorance. So we are bound by modes. Mostly early in the morning, we are in the mode of goodness, Brahma Muhurta, right? So many of us want to wake up early, chant our rounds, take bath, come to Mangal Aarti if we can, or at home worship. Lot of us light the lamp, and we are in good mode. And then as the day passes and progresses, we get tired. Then we get very active about work and all that. And we want to achieve so many things. Students want to study. They go to school, college. Men, women, they go to work. So we're in the mode of passion. We want to achieve and get things done quickly. It's a fast age, right? And towards the evening, we are so tired. And then at that time also, if somebody tells you to open the book and study or memorize things, you can't, because it's the ignorance mode is prevailing. So we are basically in this bound in these modes. And our body is made of apara prakriti, which means earth, water, fire, air, ether. We are made of this, right? When the body is burned, what is left? The ashes. So that's the proof. And so we are bound by modes. Now what happens is we have desires. We came here, we have so many desires, right? I'll put my hand up. I'm sure all of you have desires also. So many, good desires, right? We are all coming to temples, so we have good desires. We have children, we wish them well. We have family, parents, all of them, we wish them well. So what happens is sometimes, but people want to take a shortcut. So they go to demigods. This verse is talking about demigods. Who are demigods? They are representatives of Krishna. So we need to understand, this is a very important verse actually, and very practical, that, I was fortunate. I was born in a family where I was told from beginning that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But when I went to school, I learned that lot of my friends, they were thinking it's Lord Ganesha, or it is Lord Shiva, or it is Durga Devi. They are all in all, right? We need to respect them. They are very, very empowered beings, highly empowered. But by whom? Who gave them that power? That's Krishna, right? So they are the very highly elevated devotees of Krishna. They are representatives. So we can go to demigods and respect them, pay our obeisances with this mentality that they are topmost Vaishnavas worshipping Krishna. And they are empowered by Krishna to run this universe. See, now there is a state, right, a nation, and in a nation there are so many states, and there is every nation needs a finance minister, every nation needs education minister, home minister, so many ministers are there. Like that, to run this universe, there also all these ministers are required. So for example, the god of rains is Lord Indra, right? Then the goddess of education is Saraswati Devi. Then the Agni Dev, god of fire. And so they are running this universe very nicely as a service to Krishna, right? So if we go to them asking for something and we beg and we do different pujas, they will give it to us, but that power will come from Krishna. Nothing, not a blade of grass moves without the sanction of Krishna. So what I'm trying to say here, and what Srila Prabhupada mentions, is that there is nothing wrong. But the problem is, if we worship with this mentality that demigods are all in all, and they are independent of Krishna, then that is wrong. That is a wrong method. If we go to them and pray for our boons and things, okay, but finally they will guide us to Krishna. With this mentality we need to go, that I want to get close to Krishna, I want to become a good devotee of Krishna, and I want to remove my problems permanently. Because all of us will have, say today one desire is fulfilled, another one is ready only. There definitely another desire will come. Then third, then fourth. It is non-stop. So there are two things. Demigods themselves are temporary, because in one day of Brahma, there are 14 Manus. And each Manu, the Indra will change. So it is a post. It is not that Indra or Brahma, they are like, they are not forever. It's a post. So Indra will be different in second Manu's turn, right? And all the other gods will also be different. That's what will happen. But Krishna is eternal. He is forever. He is not going to change. So why don't we go to the eternal? Srila Prabhupada always gives this example of watering the root of a tree. When we are watering the plant and tree, we don't go and single leaf we water. No, we don't start spraying every branch or water the branch. We don't do that. Okay, sometimes people might say, no, I do spray my plant. So then Srila Prabhupada has another nice example. He gives example of feeding ourselves, feeding the stomach. So the food goes in the stomach. We are not separately putting like sambar on our hand to feed it, or not putting sabji on our face to feed it, right? Or our ears or head. No, we are not giving nutrition to our hair by putting some food here. No, it goes in the stomach. And then from the stomach, all the body parts will get its nutrition. So that is the way, if we worship Lord Krishna, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Surudam Sarva Bhutanam. And by the way, he is the best well-wisher. He is so merciful. So if we worship him, then even Devtas will be very, very happy. Actually, demigods get very embarrassed when we go them for our material boons. They get very embarrassed because they themselves are worshipping Krishna and they feel obliged to give us what we want, but they feel embarrassed that we are keeping Krishna out of equation. So if we pray with this mentality that you are the best devotee of Krishna, help me to get close to Krishna, and while fulfilling that, I have this needs to run my family, my needs and all that. Please guide me to the best of my knowledge. And by the way, in Srimad Bhagavatam, it is written that whatever one is supposed to get, whatever is our quota, it is fixed. It is fixed. And whatever we are supposed to get, it will come at its own time. Now, I'm not saying we shouldn't be ambitious, right? We should do the needful. We should be ambitious. We would want to be successful. That is fine. And we should work towards that. But it's like like two railway tracks, it's two tracks. Okay, you do that, but always keep this second goal in mind, that the ultimate goal is achieving Krishna prema. That is the permanent thing. Prema pumartho mahan. So the ultimate goal in life is Krishna prema, and we all want to, that is our purpose. So along with living our life, providing for family, looking after children or parents, or whatever is our duty, we do that keeping Krishna in the center of our family and always keeping this goal in mind. So I had prepared so much here, but yeah, I'm just speaking something about this verse, considering there are a lot of newcomers here also today. So basically, that's what the verse is. Okay, now one more question. Sometimes people ask, I wanted to talk about this, They say that, okay, everything is Krishna, right? We say that Krishna decides everything and everything happens by his plans. So what about me? What about us? If everything Krishna is doing, then if I am suffering, then is that because of Krishna? Lot of people would say, right? That is that because of Krishna? What about that? So let me read this, what I have written here. Let's see. So the greedy people who want materialistic benefits, they worship demigods, who are Krishna's servants to get quick results. And does Krishna control everyone's desire? He is Ishvara, right? We say supreme controller. He is the creator of this universe. Does he decide who will become materialist, or who will become devotee, or who will be a struggling devotee? Is he responsible for suffering? Is he responsible for our enjoyment, pain, or pleasure in this world? What do you think? If he is deciding everything, we are saying, right, that he is even the master of demigods. So is he deciding everything? That means that what decisions we take, what happens in our life. If he is supreme controller of everything, what do you think? We can discuss, right? What do you think? Is it because of Krishna? Based on our karma. Okay, so we've got one a nice point here. Anyone else? Free will. Okay, free will. Yeah. Yeah, good, good. Any more thoughts? Sometimes people say, right, they blame Krishna. Oh, this is happening in my life. It's because of you, Krishna. So what do you say to them? Say, if you are on Krishna's side, what would you say to them? Krishna is neutral. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right, right. Okay. Yeah, good. Nice, good points. Yeah, all of you are correct actually. And moreover, this Prabhu mentioned free will. Now, that is the clue. So, we all have as human beings, right? Animals don't have free will, right? They are just, they eat, they mate, they defend, they sleep. They don't have thinking power. Animals don't have the logic or reasoning power. But human beings have, right? Human beings have that reasoning power. So the way it works is that we are given this birth, which is so, so valuable, and we have this independence to make a choice. That is our free will, making the right choice. That's what decides everything. Say you are coming to temple, but then you have someone who says, no, come with me rather to this movie, or come with me to this club. Now you have that choice to make, right? Everything is not destiny. Depending on your karma, as this Mataji said, the modes that plays on us, whatever is dominant mode will make us decide what to do. Now to be in a good mode, say mode of goodness, we need to be in a good company, in the right association. That's why we say come to temple, associate with devotees, read, chant, do this bhakti activities, because Krishna will then empower you, give you the right intelligence to make the right choice. And the Shastra, the scriptural knowledge, it sharpens our intelligence to make the right choice. Because as I said earlier, Bhagavad-gita has everything in it. What to eat, what to do, how to speak, everything's in it. So what I'm trying to say is that it's the mode that is playing. And say for example, I'm supposed to get a slap as my karma reaction. I'm supposed to get a slap. Now what Krishna will do, what is his role? He will engage this person who already has a tendency to insult others. He has a tendency. So he will engage this person as an instrument to give me the slap. So I got my reaction, right? We both got together. We had this interaction. I got my punishment, and he will get reaction of his karma, definitely. But because he had this tendency, Krishna made him instrument. If he didn't have this tendency, he will not do this. He will not become an instrument, and he will not incur any more karma. Say, for example, you are going from temple hall to Haveli anyway. You are going there. And I tell you, oh, can you take this paper and give it to that Mataji whom you know? So you were going there anyway. And I am giving you this paper. That person had tendency anyway. He was going to do this anyway. But Krishna has made him come in front of this person, and he is going through that activity, and he is incurring that karma, and I am getting my reaction as well. So that tendency is that free will, that independence. If he didn't have this tendency, he will not become that bad instrument in Krishna's hand. But if he had a good tendency, for example, he wants to do book distribution, he will become instrument in Krishna's hand. You were supposed to get, say this Mataji was supposed to get a Bhagavad-gita today from somebody, and she will happen to meet this person who has a tendency to give knowledge to others and give books and do service. They will get together, and this person will become a good instrument. So it is depending on our tendency. That's what I'm trying to say, that all in all is us, what we are. It is not God. So it's not Krishna who is doing. It is our own activity that is creating all this cycle of karma, one after the other. So that's what, so it's not Krishna to be blamed, it is ourselves. And it depends on us. Now, we have all these senses, like how I was saying earlier, body is made of earth, water, fire, air, ether. And we have desires. Now, we can't kill those desires, right? Desires will come because mind's job is to thinking, willing, and feeling. These three things mind does. It's always thinking, it is willing, wanting things or desires, and feeling. We have emotions. So what Srila Prabhupada says is that just change your desires. Don't kill them, just change your desires slightly. You want to satisfy yourself. Instead, okay, you want to eat something, say you want to eat gulab jamun today, fine, you make them, but offer them to Krishna. Always include Krishna in your act. Then it becomes bhakti. You have offered, you put it little tulsi leaf on it, and you thereafter eat along with your family members, sit down and eat. That is a nice activity. That becomes a bhakti devotional activity. So satisfy your senses, but include Krishna in it, right? Now this is called karma yoga, whereby you are doing a detached work, you are doing your duty, you are being detached by offering first to Krishna. Now bhakti is little bit slightly different. What you are doing is, you think Krishna would like to eat this. So let me make this for Krishna. You make it, you offer, and then you eat. So you see the difference. Here, it's not your desire, but you think today Krishna might want to eat this. Let me make that. Maybe I don't like it. He likes Karela Sabji, I'll make that. Offer and then eat. So from the beginning, you are including Krishna, not after you made something. From the time you thought that I will make this, then you went to the shops, you bought it, you brought it, you are cooking. Your consciousness is that this is for Krishna. So that is Bhakti Yoga. Because from beginning, you are thinking of Krishna. Whereas Karma Yoga, what you are doing is, at the end, you are offering the result to Krishna, and that is also good. But Bhakti is, it's basically love. Because when you, when you love, you serve. When you serve, you love. Your children, right? Our children. We love our children, then we serve them. There is no selfish motive there between parents and children, mainly because you want to see them happy. Their happiness is your happy. So that is what Radharani is actually. Radharani is the topmost devotee, the topmost gopi. And she wants to please Krishna. She is the best worshipper, Radharani, and she pleases Krishna very, very much. So what Radharani does is that she is always busy thinking how to please Krishna, how to serve Krishna. And we need to be in that consciousness. If we live our life with that consciousness, then we are trying to be acting in Bhakti Yoga. And coming back to the senses, Srila Prabhupada has given a very beautiful method in Krishna consciousness. See, there are three things. Our senses, hands, legs, everything, mind and everything. The intelligence and our heart, emotions. There are three things basically with us. Our senses are there, our mind that is always thinking, the intelligence part, and the third part is our heart has emotions. So Srila Prabhupada says, engage all these three things. How will you do that? So senses will be engaged, for example, in cooking for Krishna, making garlands, coming to temple, you are using your legs, right? So we are using our senses for Krishna in the morning if you are coming to temple. Then you've used your senses. Then thereafter, like for example, you are here now and at 7 o'clock we'll have a beautiful aarti. So we'll all be clapping our hands, we'll be singing. So we are engaging our tongue, our hands, and we are so happy. And so that's how we will use our senses. Thereafter, every morning in a temple, there is a Bhagavatam class in the morning. So if you sit and listen to the class, you are using your intelligence, right? You are studying books. I say first day you come, you are listening, then you might get inspired to look at the verse, read it. So for that, some intelligence is required to understand philosophy. So our intelligence is used. And thirdly, emotions. That is the highest. The love will come slowly and with time, love for Krishna. Because Krishna says, Buddha Bhava Samanvita. Buddha, intelligence, use your intelligence, and Bhava, emotions have to be there for me. Because Krishna doesn't want anything. Radharani doesn't want anything. He is the owner of this world, right? I mean, all the universes. He's rich, he's beautiful, he's powerful, he's the wealthiest, he's detached. Even though he creates, and at the end, when this world will annihilate, he is not attached at all. Okay, let it, it will all destroy. He's not attached to anything. He is involved, but he is not involved. Right? So it's like that. What he appreciates and what captivates Krishna, what attracts his attention is our love. Now that doesn't cost anything. But at the same time, to get to that stage, we need to purify ourselves. If we are pure, if we don't have so many shortcomings in us, then we will be able to love him. So actually Bhakti Yoga is very simple, but it is difficult in a way because we need to purify ourselves. And the best way in Kali Yuga to purify is by chanting the holy names of the Lord, by reading, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Because why? Because Krishna in Kali Yuga, he has manifested all his potencies. Everything about Krishna, he has invested in the name. So the Nama is non-different to Krishna. So when we are saying Krishna, Krishna, he is present in the name. The potency is there. So that is why in Kali Yuga, even demigods, they want to come to earth planet to worship Krishna. Because it is an easy process. Like, earlier ages, people used to meditate. They used to meditate on super soul, go to the forest and do that. And there is one example, Dhruva Maharaj, right? In Bhagavatam, there is the Dhruva Maharaj. You've heard about Dhruva. He was a 6-year-old boy, 5-year-old boy, and he goes to the forest and he does tapasya for 6 months, and then Lord Vishnu comes. Lord Vishnu appears in front of him. Why he goes? Because his stepmother insulted him. He wanted to sit on the lap of his own father called Uttanapad, and his mother's name is Suniti, but the stepmother is Suruchi. So you see, Niti means dharma, Ruchi means desires. Even their names are like that. So Suruchi Uttanapad was a hand-packed husband. He was under the control of this younger queen, Suruchi. And she didn't want Dhruva to sit on her husband's lap, but she wanted her son to sit, Uttama. So she insults him and says, you can't sit there, if you want to, then you have to take birth from my womb. So she's such a proud lady. Who wants to be taking birth in such a proud lady's womb? But Dhruva, because he is a Kshatriya, even at 5 years of age, he has all the Kshatriya qualities. He gets very, very angry that how can she talk to me like that? And his Kshatriya blood is boiling. So he is very much ashamed, insulted. And moreover, his father, the king Uttanapad, doesn't do anything. He doesn't take his side. Now it's his duty as a king to protect his son. But because of sometimes that happens, right? When we are influenced by somebody, we will not act in a way because that person is there. Their influence is there, so we will not act like. So, okay, so then he goes to the mother, as everyone knows the story, but she says very good things to him. She's such a nice devotee of Krishna, Suniti. She says, Dhruva, do not have grudge on Suruchi, your mother. You must forgive her. Secondly, whatever we are suffering, that is all due to our own karma. And the third thing she tells him is that she advised you to go and worship Vishnu, to fulfill your desires. So what's wrong in it? She's right. We all need to worship Vishnu to fulfill our desires. So Dhruva goes as a 5-year-old, and then Narad Muni meets him on the way. And Narad Muni wants to test him. He doesn't mean what he says, but he wants to test his determination. So he says, Dhruva, don't go to forest. You are such a young boy. You can't go there. And she said that, but you can't do penance. A lot of big gods and demigods have tried. Vishnu can't be pleased like that. He says, no, thank you for your advice, but my Kshatriya blood is boiling. I'm going to go. Because I want to sit on that throne, and I want a kingdom bigger than my father and grandfather. I will become such a big king that I'll be bigger than my grandfather one day. So he has this intense desire of success and material desire. Now you see here, his desire is completely material because he is after the kingdom to prove to his stepmother. So he goes and he starts his penance, and there is a detailed description in Bhagavatam that every time what he needs to do, it becomes more and more severe. His penance becomes very severe as time goes. And he does it all, and finally Lord Vishnu is pleased and he comes. And when he's only such a small boy, so when Vishnu comes in front of him, he comes, there's a beautiful description. Lord comes on his carrier Garuda. And Lord is so beautiful. He's blue in color, four-armed, and his lotus eyes, lotus hands, and such a magnanimous personality standing in front of Dhruva. And Dhruva doesn't know how to pray, what to say. So the Lord mercifully touches his conch on his head, just touches it slightly. And he gets the knowledge of all the Vedas within him, and he says beautiful prayers, so many shlokas, and he glorifies the Lord. And at the end he says, if I can find it, I have written that verse here somewhere. He says that my Lord, all this time I was looking for broken pieces of glass, which is my material desire to become biggest king, bigger than my father Uttanapad. But now I have found you, I have found diamond. And I was going after these broken pieces of glass. Now I got you, I don't want anything. So this is what Krishna does. When we go to Krishna, he will purify our desires. Can you see? It's not getting killed, but it is coming from its roots, it is coming out. It's completely coming out. All the desires will be killed. And we would be so satisfied. So you see, Brahmanas, they are so satisfied because they have these good qualities. They want to satisfy Krishna. See, that's what happens. He is within us. But we don't know. If we will satisfy Krishna, then we'll already be satisfied ourselves. Our desires will slowly go. There's a lot of you here, but to talk about myself, like years ago, so many things, right? You want to do, you want to dress in certain way, do things. But as time goes, I have been in Krishna conscious. I'm really struggling, though. I'm a struggling person, not a devotee sadhaka. I'm struggling. But yes, these desires they will just go, and you'll be so happy within. You want to dress Krishna. You want to make garland for him. You want to see him beautiful on the altar. And that gives you the happiness than you dressing yourself so opulently. Things change, things will change. And the prasad we eat, it satisfies our stomach, it satisfies our heart. The satisfaction we get from it is different to us just cooking something or going out and eating in a restaurant. It's a completely different thing. So yes, when we eat prasad, we will get good sadbuddhi, we will chant, we will get good intelligence from Krishna to discriminate between right and wrong, right? Even Krishna discriminates, right? He is not partial, but he is reciprocal to his devotees, right? That happens with us. If somebody is very, very nice to us, very, very helpful to us, we will also be nice to them. We will also be helpful to them. It's not that we are partial. We are reciprocal. We are reciprocating with them. Krishna is doing the same thing. He is reciprocating to his devotees. So, Krishna is saying, I'm equal to all. But there is this circle. It is your choice. You want to enter this circle or not. You enter, then you are more dear to me. Because I am calling you. I am inviting you. It's your call. So I'm equal to all, but if you are in my inner circle, I love you more, I protect you more, and I reciprocate more. So it's natural. It's a very natural thing. So when I had read this verse first time, I was thinking, previous to this verse, we are discussing 4.12, but 4.11 verse, there it feels like Krishna is partial, but he's not. And then I was thinking of my own example. Someone who's sweet, so nice, so helpful to my daughter, that person will be dear to me, right? Because so it's the same way. So we want to be in that inner circle. We want to love Krishna, and we want to become his devotees. And for that, coming to the main point, because we have only 5 minutes and today is auspicious Radhashtami. I'm not qualified to talk about Radha Rani because she's the topmost devotee, but something that I've heard from my guru. I like to just repeat that. So Radharani actually is extremely merciful. She is very, very merciful. So if we approach Krishna through her, then Krishna will accept us quickly. So say, for example, you made some garland. You offer it to Radharani and say, please, is this okay? Then you offer to Krishna. Can you please recommend me to your Krishna? Because Krishna is Radharani's property, basically. So Krishna is totally captivated by Radharani. So Krishna is called Madan Mohana. You know Cupid? Cupid that attracts us. Attraction between men and women is because of Cupid. So, but Cupid itself, Kamdev, gets attracted to Krishna. Because Krishna is so beautiful. He is called Madan Mohana. Right? The one who charms the Cupid. But Radharani is called Madan Mohana Mohini, the one who even captivates and attracts Krishna. So Krishna is in control of Radharani. Krishna is Shaktiman and Radharani is his Shakti, the internal energy, the internal potency. And even I didn't know when I found out that all these Vedic literatures, the Shastras, Vedas, Puranas, everything emanates from Radharani. She's so intelligent. You want to study Shastras, you want to memorize verses, shlokas, you need to pray to Radharani. Please help me. Because she's the source of all the Shastras. So basically, we need to approach Krishna through Radharani. She is the topmost gopi. She is always busy serving Krishna. And Krishna knows everything, but he doesn't know few things. Even Krishna doesn't know few things. And those things are, he doesn't know that why Radharani gets so happy when she's serving me. What is that happiness? So, sugar doesn't know, right, that sugar is sweet. Can sugar taste itself, the sweetness? No. If you taste sugar, you know the sweetness of sugar. So Radharani is tasting that taste and Krishna doesn't know. So he wants to know that taste and he wants to know why she is always so happy serving me. So that's why he comes as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in this world. He just came 500 years ago, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There in the center and Panch Tattva, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he is none other than Krishna and Radharani both. So he is appeared in the mood of Radharani as a devotee in the golden form because Radharani's complexion is molten golden. She is extremely beautiful. So he comes as a devotee and that's Krishna himself and he came to even teach us how to become good devotees. See how merciful. He came to even teach us what to do. So he is always busy chanting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he's doing Harinam Sankirtan and teaching all the devotees how to love Krishna, how to worship Krishna. And he comes in the mood of Radharani. So Krishna wanted to taste this nectar. That's why he came to this world as Radharani. And so yes, we need to pray to Radharani so that she can bestow this mercy upon us, that we can study the Shastra nicely, we can chant, we can please Krishna. And Radharani has never repeated any item. She cooks for Krishna and for eternity she has always made new item every time. Not a single time she has repeated any item. So you can see how devoted she is to please Krishna. If we can get even one drop, then life will be successful. So yes, Radharani is our goal. When we come to temple, the way to take darshan is obviously we go to Srila Prabhupada, take his blessings. We come to the altar and we start our darshan with the lotus feet of Radharani. We start like that. Then we move up to her beautiful lotus face. And then we, with her permission, then we take darshan of Gokulananda's lotus feet and then we slowly move up. Right, to his lotus face. So that's the way every time by taking permission of Radharani. And today being festival, I was nervous that because normally when I speak here in the evening, there are very few devotees here. And it's like being at home because I've been coming here since many years, since almost 98. So it's like, okay, being at home. But when I saw so many devotees, I prayed to Radharani. And I have prepared pages and pages, but I've spoken nothing from this. What she's made me speak, I don't know what sense I'm making. But yeah, we need to pray to her, right? We need to take shelter. We need to take shelter. And for that, we need to be humble. When we will become humble, when we will take shelter, when we are humble. And lastly, just 2 minutes left. My Guru Maharaj, this is the verse he mentions lot of times. Trinadapi sunichena, tarorapi sahishnuna, amani namanadena, kirtaniya sadahari. So what he is saying, this is the shloka from Sikshashtakam by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Trinadapi sunichena. You know, blade of grass, how humble it is. When you step on blade of grass, it will, when you take another step, it will come up, right? It bent and it will again come up. Okay, another person, come, stand on me. So it is so humble. Come on, do that, like that. So we need to aspire, so speaking about me, to become that humble like a blade of grass, right? So he's saying chant in this mood. Try to become humble like blade of grass. Trinadapi sunichena, tarorapi sahishnuna. The tree. Become tolerant like tree. Tree is so tolerant. Like trees, they bear so much storm and the wind and the, the harsh sun, and here so much cold weather. Everything it bears, but it gives a shade. The tree never complains. So we need to become tolerant like that. So, Tinadapi sunichena, tarorapi sahishnuna, amani namanadena. Now, this is also one very important thing. Offer respect, give respect to everyone. Whoever is around you, if we live like this and expect no respect in return, respect everyone, bow to everyone, don't expect anything in return. And Kirtaniya Sadahari. So in this state, three things: being humble, being tolerant, and offering respects to everyone. In this state, chant all the time. Then your life is sorted. Then you are done. Okay, then that will please Radharani, that will please Krishna, that will please devotees around you, that will please our family, everybody around us. And lastly, we had Braj Bihari Prabhuji here, my god brother from India. And when he gave a class here, His Grace Braj Bihari Prabhu, he said, another secret is to think the person next to me is more advanced than me. Always think like this. This person is more advanced than me. He knows more than me. If we act with that state of mind, then definitely we will make progress in life. Because lot of issues happen with our own mental concoction, wanting respect, thinking, so many things, right? We all know. These things happen because we are in the modes. But if we think that this person is more qualified than me, then if we act in that way, offer respects, then you will see, world will reciprocate. You will see that things will change. Okay, so I'll end here. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Shri Shri Radha Gokulananda ki, Shri Shri Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Shri Shri Gauranitai ki. Jaya Jaya Gorachande Bharati Goshoba. Jaya Jaya Gorachande Arati Goshoba. Arati Goshoba. Dakhi Nikateya Dvaita Shri Vasa Chakradara Basi Ache Gorachar Ratna Simhasari Arati Korena Brahma Adi Devagare Narahari Adi Kori Chamaradulaya Sanjaya Mukunda Vasu Gosharigaya Sakha Vaje Ganta Vaje Vaje Karatala Sakha Vaje Ganta Vaje Vaje Karatala Madhura Vidanga Vaje Paramarasala Madhura Vidanga Vaje Paramarasala Shantavaji Gantavaji Madhur Madhur Madhuravaji Shankavaji Gantavaji Madhur Madhur Madhuravaji Madhura Madhura Madhuravaji Madhura Madhura Madhuravaji Madhura Madhura Madhuravaji बाहुकोटे चन्द्रजीले वदन उज्ज्वला गालादेशे वनमाला करे जलमाला सेवा सुकनारदा प्रेमे गदगादा भक्ति विनोदा देखे गोरा रसपारा आरती को शोभा आरती को शोभा जाह्नवी चाचवाने जगमनलोभा गौरंगी आरती को शोभा जग जनमारा गौरंगी आरती को शोभा जग जग बारा जग जनमारा जग जनमारा नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी हेति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhaktivedanta Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhaktivedanta Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhaktivedanta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna. Now we begin Prema Dhwani prayer. When I say Ki, you say Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhamsa Paribrajacharya Astottara Satasri Srimad His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhamsa Paribrajacharya Astottara Satasri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की जय। श्री मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जय। श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय। श्री श्री राधाष्टमी महामहोत्सव की जय। श्रीमती राधा रानी की जय। गंगा माई की, यमुना माई की, भक्ति देवी की, तुलसी देवी की, श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की गौरा प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. Hare Krishna. Now we begin nursing a prayer. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Pralada Lada Danyene. Pralada Lada Danyene. Hiranya Kashi Purvachaha. Hiranya Kashi Purvachaha. Shilatanka Nakhalaye. Shilatanka Nakhalaye. Hito Narsingho, To Narsingho. Can you hold it? Can you hold it for me? Yato Hito Narsingho, Parato Narsingho. Yato Yato Yamitato Narsingho. Bahir Narsingho, Hridaye Narsingho. Bahir Narsingho, Hridaye Narsingho. Narasingamadim Sharanam Prapade. Narasingamadim Sharanam Prapade. Avatar Kamala Bhare Nakha Adhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranya Kashipu Tanu Binga Keshavadrita Narahari Ruta Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Narsingh, जय नरसिंह देव जय नरसिंह देव जय नरसिंह देव जय नरसिंह जय नरसिंह जय प्रहलाद महाराज 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 जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद श्रील प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद श्रील प्रभुपाद। श्री श्री नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय, प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल।
राधे रानी की जय, महारानी की जय। राधे रानी की जय, महारानी की जय। बोलो बाके बिहारी की जय जय जय। बोलो बाके बिहारी की जय जय जय। राधे रानी की जय, महारानी की जय। बोलो बरसाने वाली की जय जय जय। बोलो बरसाने वाली की जय जय जय। राधे रानी की जय, महारानी की जय। राधे रानी की जय, महारानी की जय। राधे रानी की जय, महारानी की जय। बोलो बाके बिहारी की जय जय जय। बोलो बाके बिहारी की जय जय जय। You give me a word, I'll try one more. मीठे रस से भरोरी अधराही हे महाराज। मीठे रस से भरोरी राधा रानी लागे, राजधानी लागे। मन खारो कारो जमुना जी पानी लागे। राधा रानी लागे, राधा रानी लागे। मन खारो खारो जमुना जीरो पा। ओ मीठे रस से भरोरी राधा रानी लागे, राधा रानी लागे। मन खारो खारो जमुना जीरो पानी लागे। जमुना जी तो कारी कारी राधा गोरी गोरी। जमुना जी तो कारी कारी राधा गोरी गोरी। बरसाने में धूम मचावे तरसानेरी छोरी। बरस वृंदावन में धूम मचावे बरसानेरी छोरी। राधा नाम दूर मुझे रजधानी लागे, रजधानी लागे। माने खारो खारो जमुना जी पानी लागे। ओ बस श्री राधा रानी लागे, राधा रानी लागे। माने खारो का राधा राधा नाम जपत है राधो नाम। राधा राधा जपत है जिनकी वादा दूर करत है राधा नाम। जनाम जू सगल जिंदगानी लागे, जिंदगानी लागे। माने खारो खारो जमुना जी पानी लागे, गानी लागे, जिंदगानी लागे। माने रारो खारो जमुना जी रो पानी। मीठे रस से भरोरी राधा रानी लागे, राधा रानी लागे। माने खारो खारो जमुना जी पानी लागे। राधा रानी जमुना जी रो पानी लागे। अब ना भावे क्या बोलो बोलो माँ भाई हाँ ना भावे मन माखन मिश्री अब ना कोई मलाई। ना भावे मन माखन मिश्री अब ना मलाई। जी बढ़िया ने भावे अब तो राधा नाम मलाई। जी बढ़िया ने भावे अब तो राधा मलाई। जिंदगानी लागे, जिंदगानी लागे। माने खारो खारो जमुना जी रो पानी लागे। मीठे रस से भरोरी राधा रानी लागे, राधा रानी के। माने खारो खारो जमुना जी रो राधे 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 हरि बोल।
Very nice.
All of you are so expert.
Thank
It's her favorite. Her favorite song.
Oh. Sing, sing, sing. One more
She
time.
sang singing. She was singing.
Oh, wow.
No, there's Krishna in the Haveli. So if you want to go, you can go. Yeah, Kirtan will start. How do you switch it off? Oh, yeah. Oh, the water. It's finished. Yeah.